Native Americans planted crops here for centuries prior to European settlement.
Maize, Indian corn, is an amazing crop, not only in terms of its history, but its impact on Native people, colonists, and the world today, actually. And it all originated, as a tropical plant in Mesoamerica. Native women, over the centuries, began to manipulate that plant to adapt it to different growing conditions, mature in 90 to 120 frost-free days. They were the plant scientists maintaining the fields, but men would also be involved in the initial clearing and preparing the land, and during harvest as well. The phrase three sisters usually refers to maize, beans, and squash. Those three crops are probably the most critical crops in native horticulture, and with good reason. Maize alone, beans alone, squash alone would not be able to support a population. That's when we begin to see a huge impact. Population skyrockets. We begin to see large villages develop. When the English began the migration out of Mass Bay and Plymouth Colony into Connecticut, they selected two areas, Connecticut River Valley and the coastal plain of Connecticut. And the reason for that was this is where the best agricultural soils were.
The fundamental requirement for people coming to this state, the first thing every settler had to do was provide for food for the future. John Winthrop Jr., who was a Connecticut governor, wrote a treatise on corn that he sent back to England. What he describes is a farming practice that now combines the efficiency of the plow with the production capacity and efficiency of native farming practices. They would plant squash and beans right around the corn hills. It was a perfect combination in terms of nutrition and also in terms of production efficiency. There was exchange and experiment and practicing going on.
Over time, native needs for lands for planting, hunting, and gathering clashed with the colonists' needs for agriculture.
I think the ultimate or underlying reasons for the conflicts between Native people and Europeans was land. Not only for differences in perception of ownership, but the bottom line is the English population was growing very rapidly. The rapidly growing population needs land. And within a generation or two, you begin to see these conflicts develop between Native people and Native needs for agriculture and English people and English needs for agriculture.